Hello all, welcome back. Today we are going to see how to receive a mail from a user. So if you want to receive a mail from a user, so our agenda is we will first try to send a mail. After sending a mail, we will try to receive a mail. Now this mail can be sent from any device, means from any of your mail providers. For time being, in the previous session we have learned how to send a mail to a user. So what we will do, we will consume our previous session. We will first try to send a mail to a user, and then we will try to receive a mail from our sent mail. Let's get back to action. Let me open my Appian module and let me navigate back to my Appian sessions. Okay, so I will open a new tab and I will type in. Let me get back to my Appian designer. From my designer module, I will get back to my applications. And in the previous session, what we have learned how to send a mail. I will again use a temporary account, so I will use temp mail service. I will open a one temporary mail account for me. It's taking a little bit time. Let me copy this mail address. I will go back. I will open this thing where we have stored our our temporary address. I will click on save. The moment I have clicked on save, now I will try to send a mail from this device. Okay, let me click on file, start process for debugging. A mail has been triggered. Let me go to our monitoring tab and let me see if we do have sent any mail. Yes, a mail has been triggered at 8:51 a.m. Let me go back to my temp mail and I can see a mail has been received here. I can see this is a test mail. A mail has been received from this particular account because this is my process model from where mail has been triggered. Now we will quickly go back and create a receive mail service. So to create a receive mail, we need to first create a process model. What is my activity for today? Receive mail from a user. It means we are also going to track from where we have received my mail with any attachments or any XYZ activities. I will go receive mail. Okay, receive mail. To receive mail, and other inputs, and let me click on create, and here we go. It is going to fire up my process model. Let me click on save. So the basic things which we require for our receive mail, because mail can be received from outside world, and Appian follows the concept of logged in user, where to perform any activity we need a user to have any access, role-based access. Either it can be editor, viewer, or administrator. But here my outside user can be of any user, means it is coming from an outside world. So we need to give it as an anonymous access. To give an anonymous access, what we can do, we will go to properties. Let's give, and then come down, and we will simply say public events. So it will say, okay, allow anyone to fire these triggers. Allow this model to receive message sent by any user, not logged in, but any user. And then let me go back and set my data management. I will delete this process after 1 day because I need my system to be cleaned. Let me set my alerts. Right now I'm in a local environment, local zone. So what I will do, I will just simply say to the process model owner, and I will go to general, where I'm going to give it as a dynamic name. So I'm going to process display name and make it as a dynamic. So I will say I will simply type concat, which it will believe that it is certain function, and it will make it dynamic. Save and close, and then we are done. Let me click on validate. Now we are done. Now in the start node we have different types of triggers which we can setup here. I am going to set up a receive message trigger. Click on configure. The moment I click on configure, I will go to data setup, and here I am going to check it from my email, and then to my data I will type that what I want to see. I want to see from where it has been received. So I will type now. Similarly, we have PV. See, we have message properties. I'm going to check from email, and I'm also going to capture this variable into my PVs stating from mail, and click on OK, 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 and then click on validate. So it makes my process complete for the received mail. Let me click on save and publish. Now let me see before sending this mail. Okay, now let me trigger this mail again, but this time I am going to trigger this mail on this particular address. Similarly, what we have seen here, that this is my address of my process model. Now this particular process model has also its address, which is the process model ID, that is 222333108. So what I'm going to do, I will go back to my addresses. I will paste this address here, and instead of this particular process model number, I am going to consume this process model number and paste it here. Okay, paste it here. So what it will do, it will create a mail, so that this mail will be triggered to these two particular processes. Let me click on save, and let me check the dependence of this particular constant. Dependence, because I would also like to see how it is getting formed. Let me click on test. The moment I click on test, I can see, okay, that it is coming in like this. This is not an email address. Let me open this thing. Okay, two, okay, 2 is of a similar type, but we can have multiples. Let me do one thing. Let me make it multiple. This particular thing we have created in the previous session. Okay, so if you have any doubts, you can just go back to the session, or you can drop a message to us. Now if the moment I click on test tool, okay, now I believe this is not required. I can simply type into local man mails, and there we go. Now if I click on test, what I'm going to get, okay, I'm going to get some text, but if I make it like two email addresses, and I click on test rule, yeah, now I believe it's working fine. Let me click on save changes, and let's try to trigger this again, and from our activities we will see what is actually happening. Okay, we have published this process model. This process model has been published. Let me go back to send mail, and let me trigger it again, and go back to my activities for my monitoring tab, where I can see, okay, this particular mail has been triggered. This mail has been triggered, and it has sent mail to whom is it sent mail. I will go to history, and from history I can see it has been triggered to two particular mails. One is this one, second is this one. What I will do, for the validation, I will go to my temp mail, and I will check whether I have received this mail or not. And also I will go back to my monitoring. I will try to refresh this page and see this mail is something which is triggered from this mail, because started by is anonymous. In this way, and also if you want to validate, we can click on this process model instance and go to process details, and we can see that from where it has been started. It has been started by process model 230213, and whose process model is this? If we go back and if we search with this particular name, if we go back here, and paste it here, and I check with the ID, I can see that this is my send mail. It means this particular process has triggered those process. In this way, in this way, we can create our receiver event, and with the help of receiver event, we can receive the outgoing elements from that mail, and we can also capture multiple activities from our message parameters. That's all for now. In the upcoming sessions, we are going to deep dive into how to send a file to user and how to receive a file from user. Thank you.